Respect, not aging you love. Respect, Paige. It's sad and disturbing how you only want to come around. Just like man, my thought process, on my freedom, on my outside my pockets. It's the mindset for me, trying to play me close to line me up. You ain't got good intentions. Oh, you like me today, but you ain't gonna like me tomorrow. Cause I'm gonna tell you about yourself today. At the end of the day, to stay in your lane, cause you don't have good intentions. I had you in my life to value your time, but you took my kindness for weakness, misunderstood my character, and made it to be what you wanted to be with your description. It's the mindset for me, how you take your energy and remove it from somebody, to reevaluate your thought process, to get in tune with yourself, to love yourself, to respect yourself. You know, with God's direction, with God's protection, when God removes the enemy being from too close to you, it's the mindset for me. How genuine and true that you are to yourself, to be in tune with yourself, that they can't stay true to you, but you understood the sun within the summit, that they didn't have good intentions. When you saw what you saw, when you least expected, they was trying to play you close. When they took your kindness for weakness, thought that you was slow, but they don't understand that's part of your love language. I like to tune in to make you smile and do things here, not just to show you that you're controlling me, but to show you that I heard what you said, when you said what you said, when you didn't have to be mad within yourself of your thought process, because it was a genuine gift that came from the heart, something that you would never be able to get in tune with, someone being authentic and genuine and true and real with you without wearing the mask of fake gaslight you. At the end of the day, it's the mindset for me. It's kind of funny how now you're missing the gift that was so genuine. You would never find a genuine real one ever again. You know, the one who didn't have to sit there and second guess. You didn't have to sit there and question third-party conversations. There was no reason. You didn't have to sit there and manipulate the character for something that truly wasn't when it came to third-party situations. But you knew how to do the work within. You know that toxic behavior. Yeah, having third-party conversations amongst other people. Feeling like you wanted to come and go when you felt like it. Then you had controlling issues. It's the mindset for me. Don't say nothing, because at the end of the day, you was in control. That's what you said. Because you thought you was the boss within the boss. But then when someone takes their energy from you, now you big mad. Stay in your lane, ma'am, sir. Who are you? Yo, I play too much. I just do this for fun at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day, like getting in tune with yourself, to be at peace with yourself, you know. Something that makes you comfortable within, and you can just be your authentic self without fake gaslighting nobody at the end of the day. You know, when you mean what you say, that you're true to yourself, and you don't have to wear a mask when you're genuinely at peace with yourself, to understand the tools that God installed within us. Self-awareness, self-respect, self-peace, self-control, and self-discipline, self-confidence, self-care, self-value, self-love, self-worth, self-patience, and healthy boundaries. You know, they don't like when you're elevating, becoming your best self vision of yourself. And it's not meant for them to understand that that bond you have with God is a bond that nobody will be able to break. And when you mean what you say and you say what you mean, that you don't have to wear a mask when you're real with yourself to be real with others around you. You don't have to have malicious intentions. But when someone's a hater in disguise and they don't want to see you elevating, and they don't want to see you genuinely at peace with yourself, or they're trying to come out of whatever they're personally going through, at the end of the day, has nothing to do with you, but they're trying to project their energy onto you, and all you're trying to do is just elevate, and they don't understand the assignment within the assignment to stay in their lane. And regardless, at the end of the day, that was for that child of God, will be for that child of God to elevate and tune into themselves, to understand the assignment within the assignment, that regardless to what trauma was endured within you from a child point of view, being sexually assaulted, dealing with violence, discrimination, trauma on top of trauma, toxic family, went into your adulthood, unhealthy relationships, trauma on top of trauma, sickness, you put a name to your book. But when God wakes you up, and when God is guiding you to show you, like, look, I woke you up today. I was patient with your process. And you understand, wait. I'm up to that. I feel good today. I feel good about myself. I don't have to be under the influence. I don't have to listen to what this person is trying to project on my mindset and what they feel I should do with my life. When I'm at peace with myself and I ain't bothering nobody, I'm not hurting nobody, I'm not bringing harm towards myself or others around me. When God chose you to see another day, it was for a purpose. And God wants you to show up as your best self vision of yourself, not to hate in disguise, not to hate on your neighbor. We are supposed to be elevating together. praying together, not going against each other. The violence for what is the mindset for me? That God did not install violence within us to go against our neighbor. You know they say it takes a village to raise a child? But it also takes a community to respect one another, like respecting your neighbor. I could respect myself to respect my neighbor. I understand my neighbor doesn't like the way I tie my shoe. I understand my neighbor doesn't like the way I wear my hair. I understand that my neighbor doesn't like the way I talk. I understand that my neighbor is a hater in disguise. But I can still stay in my lane, to respect myself, to respect my neighbor, regardless to however my neighbor's looking at me today. It's not meant for my neighbor to understand the bond that I have with God. It's not meant for my neighbor to understand that I don't have to do spell work to respect myself and stay in my lane. But I know that God is working in my favor at the end of the day. I don't have to project negative spell work on my neighbor because that's not what I'm in tune with. I just got God working within me, showing me that I can become my best self vision of myself. You know that energy hit different when you tune into God and you're walking by faith, not by sight. So at the end of the day, when God closed certain doors in your life for all the right reasons, they can't get in tune to who you are today. It's the mindset for me. When they're sitting there judging you, they're only judging themselves. Questioning God, at the end of the day, only playing their own face. It's the mindset for me, never judge a book by its cover. Respect is a two-way street. It would never make sense if it's a one-sided conversation. And I say that respectfully, but when you're genuine true to yourself, you ain't gotta wear a mask. When it comes to respect at the end of the day, that you could genuinely respect yourself to respect your neighbor and not fake gaslight nobody. For what? What point are you proving? What are you getting out of it at the end of the day? To go back and forth with words because you want a reaction out of your neighbor today? Because you're too low vibration, you can't get in tune with yourself because your neighbor's too high vibrational for you today? It's the mindset for me. Ain't no competition dealing with God. God never overlooked you when they overlooked you. It's the mindset for me. How God is still patient with your process when God chooses you to see another day for the right reasons. But just because God chose you to see another day for the right reasons, then the day you don't got to be a hater in disguise. Because God did not install that within you. The enemy did. God did not install fear in you or for you to live in discourage or to give up. God installed patience within you so you can elevate and become your best self vision of yourself to understand the sun within the summer that God got your back to better days ahead. You are worthy. You matter. It's the mindset for me. How the hate in disguise will sit there instead of saying, congratulations, better days ahead. They rather go against you than to uplift you. It's the mindset for me when you never had malicious intentions towards them. You was just staying in your lane. You knew your order when it came to them. It's the mindset for me. Ain't no right order will actually be dealt for this person to actually understand at the end of the day. A correction is a correction with a wrong correction, with a right correction at the end of the day. They would never be able to get in tune with themselves because they too low vibrational. To understand that order, they have to have self-awareness. And they don't have order to understand self-awareness today. That's why they're hating on you in that order. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooks you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by you are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you deserve to be treated with respect. 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. Protect your energy because not everybody's deserving your time. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Protect your energy because not everybody's deserving your time. You know, protect your energy. They will sit here, psych you out your thought process, letting your freedom on your eyesight. The hate in disguise does not want to see you elevate and become your best self version of yourself. But you are worthy, you matter. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or personal malicious intentions psych you out your thought process, psych you out your freedom, psych you out your eyesight, or your pockets to manipulate your character. Protect your energy. Not everybody's deserving your time. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe remaining week. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Now your genuine love, respect. Have a safe day and have a safe remaining week. Hey, have a good day. All right.